Okay, so today we have a bout between Khvorost on the left and Pizzo on the right. This is from 2016. I think this is the year that Pizzo was world champion, or maybe the year after it. So he's having a relatively hot streak, and I don't know too much about Khvorost's career. But let's go ahead and get started. You can see Khvorost immediately opening up the distance. He's preparing a little bit with his tip. When Pizzo opens up, he takes the space, but for the most part he's mainly just pulling for an attack. Now he switched it up a little bit. He's a little bit more aggressive. Maybe hunting for the hand, maybe trying hard to draw it out. And he gets Pizzo out, but isn't able to capitalize, so they both double. Pizzo really gets his arm out, and despite the height disadvantage, puts it real high. That's probably something Khvorost needs to parry. Here he seems to be holding his distance a little bit more. And gets a nice snipe to the hand. Feels like he's keeping the distance closer, not opening up as much, maybe trying harder to bait out the attack. And he gets Pizzo to chase him a little too much and gets a nice setup for the counter. Take a look at the blade setup here. He's making very small parries, just showing like, hey, you need to go around, and then when Pizzo does, he's there with the counter. Pizzo looks a little more cautious on his push here. Nice. That's a very short distance back flick. So Pizzo's gotten punched to the hand a couple times. Through his setup there, he's really engaging the blade, trying to show a couple different binds, and then eventually finishing through the blade. Pizzo looks aggressive, but he's opening distance a little bit more. Small blade engagements. Khvorost looks like he wants the hand. And a short attack on prep from Pizzo. I feel like Khvorost tried too hard to draw Pizzo out here. He's not breaking distance very much, he looks a little bit passive, and then eventually Pizzo just finishes his weirdo attack. Pizzo really looks like he wants to finish here. Khvorost more mobile, in and out. Very nice hand touch from Pizzo. Good angle, not overcommitting the shoulder. If Khvorost had done something on the blade there, Pizzo still would have been ready for a parry, probably a back flick. Interesting that he's hitting the top of the hand without getting his guard too high. Lots of opening distance from Pizzo. Khvorost is going in and out. Kind of ready to break distance. Ooh, this is nice. Let's watch the setup again. He's showing a lot of twos, but keeping his tip high. And then when Pizzo finally comes out, he does his weirdo attack. His arm is low and exposed. Khvorost has his tip high, and he's got the space good enough that he doesn't lose his balance trying to break distance. Really well set up counterattack. Okay, Pizzo kind of giving his space away. Ah, time's up. Back in this era, if there were 15 seconds left, you could kind of just like signal that you didn't want offense, and the referee would skip to the next period. These days, you can't really do that, or you risk getting a yellow card from some referees. So you have to pretend defense more realistically. Lots of little takes here from Khvorost, trying to keep his tip high. Ooh, how did Pizzo get this one? Yep. Man, he can do his back flick kind of in place against a hand touch. That is an extremely strong and quick hand. Makes it a little bit dangerous for Khvorost because his game is a lot about like taking a longer shot at the hand to get you to come out, but Pizzo can finish the touch so quickly. Pizzo getting a little stretch on. Khvorost pushing the distance. This is his first actual attack, not an attack on preparation. It's off camera, so we don't get to see it too much. There's a lot of arguing. Perhaps he hit the floor. So he just showed a long attack for the first time in a bout. The first time that you show something new, especially if the bout is already developed, you want to be thinking about what is the other person thinking? How do I capitalize on this? So he just showed the long attack. Now maybe Pizzo's a little bit more ready to either defend, or Pizzo's going to be looking to attack into his preparation. If I were Pizzo and I almost got hit and got saved by the referee, I'd be looking to attack into the prep. Pizzo keeping the distance close, maybe encouraging the attack. Okay, to me it looks like Pizzo is trying to draw it out, sees that he's not getting anything, decides to go in on his own, and Khvorost goes for his attack on attack. It's not great, he gets stopped, but because he kept it to a short lunge, he's able to remise first. I like the movement from Khvorost, keeping the tip high again, ready to counter. Even though he's kind of got him at the end of the strip, he's still waving, still opening the distance, then coming back in. Oh my goodness. Let's see this again. So there's the hand touch. He's a little bit stretched out. Pizzo's taking the blade, already starting his attack. He tries to get the counter, whiffs pretty hard, crosses his legs back, remises the counter. I don't know what Pizzo's blade is doing here. And then finally scores on his third attempt. I'd like to say that if Pizzo did a normal human flush, he would have scored, but his like flunge type attack goes kind of short, so he loses momentum, pulls his arm back, and then gets hit. But who knows? Maybe against a normal human flush, Khvorost would have parried. Whoa, Pizzo way more aggressive out of the gate. That was a really nice setup for the foot touch, but because we can't see Khvorost, we don't know if the fake worked. Evidence seems to suggest it didn't, and he's ready to just counterattack on Pizzo. Great time to be stalling, by the way. Your opponent just showed super aggression off the line. Take a second. Small takes, keeping the tip high. And a double. Especially with people looking to finish, with one fencer looking to finish short and the other fencer looking to counter, you're going to get a lot of doubles in that situation. Pizzo tries to draw it out again and go for his back flick. It looks like he didn't get the blade as well, and Khvorost is able to remise for a double. Pizzo looking like he wants to finish, looking for the blade. Ooh, let's see that again. Lots of blade takes. Both fencers keeping the distance close. Pizzo looks to start a little bit more real. Oh man, that is the outside angle of the arm, it looks like. Or maybe the shoulder. Khvorost manages to find that attack on attack. It's real short. He barely moves his front leg, kind of crouches down, but just gets that arm nice and high. Especially against a shorter fencer who attacks at weird angles, this is a really good tactic. Showing a little takes. Khvorost looks a little flat-footed. Pizzo's moving more. And he picks him up. Okay. This time, Pizzo doesn't get a huge extension out of Khvorost, but because the guy's feet are coming together and he gets a little bit stuck, it's easier to take the blade and fall off for a single. Good tactic to use against people who are counterattacking, especially French grip fencers, but they should be moving better. Khvorost more aggressive out of the gate, moving a lot faster, opening and closing the distance. Pizzo keeping the distance long, then coming back in. Lots of short attacks, lots of breaking distance from Khvorost. And now they're going to pretend defense and skip to the next period. I like all of the breaking distance from Khvorost. He's in the lead. He's not close to his end of the strip. Just make Pizzo work harder and harder and harder to try and set something up, and then as soon as he does a little bit too much, attack into it. This tactic is a lot more dangerous if your opponent has a really good foot shot, but Pizzo's tried it once and it was less than good. Oh, nice. Okay, a 5-second attack. One more time. Yeah, okay. Pizzo comes in, he's looking to take the blade and finish an attack. Khvorost actually steps in. He tries to attack on attack. Pizzo really smoothly adapts his compound attack to be a parry riposte that finishes forwards. Compound attacks are weak against attack on attack, so if you can switch to parry riposte at the last second, that's a huge advantage. Pizzo looks like he wants to do that attack again, but I can't tell if it's a fake. He really looks like he's trying to draw out the attack from Khvorost. Khvorost following a little too much. Oh, but when you can remise like that, you can kind of just let it happen. Good time for a video review. I'd be kind of mad about losing that touch and taking a little bit of time, even if you don't think the call is going to change. Giving yourself that little break is nice. Yeah, Khvorost giving up a lot of distance. Very short preparations. Goes to the attack on attack. Let's see how Pizzo gets this double. I could not tell you. His arm is not high. It's not very far out. Maybe Khvorost made a technical mistake. Like his attack could have looked a little smoother. Nice. Showing he's still willing to go for the attack, even though he's mainly waiting for Pizzo. Pizzo really working on the blade. Lots of fast hand movement. Terrible camera angle, but Pizzo finds a beat flesh. Given that blade angle, I'm betting he scored up Khvorost's arm. Like a beat flesh against somebody that much taller than you, ready to counterattack. I have a hard time seeing that being a single light if you're finishing deep to the body. Oh my goodness. Look at this timing. So smooth. From the setup that he's shown 1,000 times, he just accelerates. It looks pretty far away, but it catches Khvorost sleeping. Yeah, take a second, buddy. You need to think about that. Alright, 12-13. What's he going to change if he wants to come back? He's pushing a little more aggressively. Ooh. Let's see this. Pizzo attacks super short here. Like, look at how short this lunge. Khvorost has the blade in 6. Loses it. Sees Pizzo going for some kind of remise. But is able to turn his light on somehow. He's even going for the remise himself because he knows the angle is weird. But stops it short seeing a hit. Nice. I love seeing a fencer score but still be going for the remise. I don't know what that's about, but 13-13. Minute 30, nobody in the lead. This is a very early attack, but he catches Pizzo not breaking distance. I don't hate it. He immediately acknowledges the self-hit. Very good sportsmanship. Referee's still trying to give it to him, but they sort it out. 13 all. So again, he just showed an attack very early off the line. Let's see how he uses that. Now he's keeping the distance a little longer. He's showing and then getting away. Pizzo's doing the same, breaking distance on the prep. Nice. Pizzo feels like he has the timing. He knows when the hand touch is coming out, so rather than trying to punish it after the fact, he intercepts it and finishes the attack. If Khvorost had committed to the body, I don't know if that would have worked, but it was a really good read. 13-14. This is pretty rough for Big K. Oh. One more time. Check out the timing on this attack. This is really different from what he's shown before. Normally, he would be trying to score on that attack, either parry or post, counterattack, or attacking into it. He lets it finish, settles, then comes in for an advanced lunge. He just showed a completely new timing. He hit with the takeover instead of the attack and prep. Now it's 14-14. Pizzo has something completely new to worry about. Still working the high tip, keeping the distance long. Pizzo just finished a short attack. Khvorost is a little off balance. What's he going to do here? Still working for it. He tries to come in with the takeover timing. Oh man, this is some really good body language here. Fill in the blanks with what you think they're saying to the referee. No touch. So he tried the takeover attack, got stopped. Oh, wow. Here's the hand fake. Notice how it's lower than normal. Or maybe not fake. He looks like he's really going for it. It's lower than normal. Pizzo can't just flick him on the back here. Has to take the blade low. He gets away. He's not balanced. It's not pretty, but he manages a riposte. Exceptional job getting away after that long hand touch. Khvorost's ability to defend off of this made a huge difference in this bout.